What up? Oh, I gotta switch this around here. There we go, y'all. This is the first ever edition of G-Man live streaming by himself down here on the Deschutes River. Um, uh, I don't have a Thursday video for you guys. That's why I am live streaming today by myself. Hopefully, you guys are gonna be able to see what I'm doing. Um, I got a uh, tripod. Uh, And so yeah, I just thought, well, might as well try live streaming by myself. I got the three rods with me today. I got the Okuma with the Okuma reel. I got the Shimano Sierra Arena, or however you say it, on the Berkeley stick, 8.6 of course, with the jig and the bobber. And then I've got the my usual Corrado DC on the Berkeley lightning rod. And those are the three main ones that I'm going to be using today during this live stream. Hi Caleb, how you doing? I was just watching your video. LOL. How's it going? Just got here, just getting set up. Getting ready to start. I think I'll start off with the jig and bobber for now because it's so cold. The guides are going to be freezing up, and that ain't so good for my Corrado. Makes it hard to fish it. So we're going to start out with the addictive float and jig. I gotta leave soon, so get so fish before I leave. Okay, I'll try. I gotta move my float and get it ready to my exact depth that I want to be at, which is what I got that little float stop marking my depths, what I want to be at. So we'll be fishing here in just a second. Now I wish that I could have a better view of the river and everything and what I'm doing, but because of how I got the tripod set up and everything, I just don't know that I'm going to be able to do that. So, okay, we're ready to fish, Caleb. Since you're in such a hurry for me to try and catch a fish real quick, so before you go. So here we go, cast number one. Start you guys off. And we're just going to start out not real far. We're going to start in close and drift it down through, see if we get a fish or not. Ha ha ha, I have 25 minutes to watch. All right, well, let's see if we can't get a fish for 25 minutes then. I don't know if we will. And so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that drift, and I'm going to open up the bell here. See, open up the bell and just let out a line so that the float and everything will keep going down the river. So I might be able to move it to another spot and get a better view. I don't know. It's kind of just trying to get to fishing and live streaming on my own. So how y'all doing this morning, y'all? We got one watcher so far, and it looks like it's Caleb. All right, we ain't gonna complain. One watcher so far. No work today, no work tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm planning on going to maybe Prineville or Ochoco Reservoir tomorrow, because I've been having some requests for videos from there. And you know, this time of year, usually I'm just steelhead fishing. Good. I'm glad you're doing good. Um, but this time of year, I'm usually just down here on the river wasting. Well, not wasting time, but trying to catch steelhead, stuff like that. But like today, I want to live stream because I don't have a video for you guys, and I know it's kind of early. Yeah, it'd be nice if you could meet me out here, but you're young. You got to get some education before you can start fishing full time. Of course, I'm not fishing full time. I'm making lots of videos, you know, and I'm doing the work of a full-time YouTuber. I'm not getting paid or anything to do it, so, you know. And then we're just going to keep working it up and down the river, trying to get that ever important bobber down for you guys. That'd be so cool to get a bobber down. Yeah, after the river closes, I'll be going more towards like more towards the river, up towards Bend and Redmond area. If I do fish the river, do a lot more Ochoco and Prineville fishing. If they refill Haystack and fish in there, I'll be fishing there too. I don't know if they're going to do that though, so that's yet to be seen. I'm sure they're going to fill it up. At least I would think they're going to. But I don't know. Just have to wait and see. It's supposed to rain or maybe snow down here today, which is fine. My phone's waterproof and everything. Hey, I actually have a week-long break in 2 weeks, so I'll meet you as much as I can. Cool, right on. That'd be nice. I don't think Haystack will be finished by summer. I don't know if it will either. And one more comment from them. Let's see if I can get it to show up. Hey, they have to fix the gate on the dam. Okay. Is that why they drained it? Is because they're fixing the dam on the gate? So I'm hoping everything works out tomorrow and I can go to either Ochoco or Prineville. Oh, cool, right on. Thanks for that bit of information, Caleb. I didn't tell anybody I was live streaming today, so I just figured, well, I don't have a video. I'm not working my day job today, and Caleb, be sure to hit that thumbs up button so I know you like the video, man, or the live stream. But I'm going to live stream for as long as possible, I think, today. It may be an hour, maybe 3 hours, because I'm the only one out here. I don't have somebody holding the camera today, so I should be able to live stream for a long time. Thank you for the thumbs up. Appreciate that. I think a couple more casts and then we'll change jigs and try a different one. Because this color don't seem to be catching right now. I could switch up and fishing for steelhead and whitefish on my other setup. By the way, on Monday I caught a really nice fish, but I didn't have any of my cameras with me, so it's not like I was I actually would have had a video from yesterday and Monday to put together for a video today if I would have been recording, but I was just using my phone to record both of those little tidbits of video. So oh, what do we got? Got another. Josh Pierce. Hey, how's it going, man? No, it's not too cold. When it's too cold is when the river freezes over and you can't fish at all. So I'm sorry, I don't think it's too cold. If you're steelhead fishing, you're fishing in this kind of weather. It's just goes hand in hand with steelhead fishing, y'all. So you'll see me fishing in this kind of weather. So we'll go ahead and change out the fly. And I'm fishing about almost 6 feet deep underneath this float. So far nada, but we can keep on trying. Hey Josh, if you like this content, give me a thumbs up, bud. If not, give me a thumbs down. I don't mind. But yeah, so this is fun for me to be able to do this. Be able to share my adventures with you guys, and that's always cool to be able to do. I'm hoping to grow this channel enough. You're in Utah? Wow, it's too cold. Oh wow. Yeah, Utah usually, I think It is pretty cold this time of year. They probably got a lot of snow over there, huh? See, now I'm going to go to the black and orange fly, or jig, and I'm going to go get, oh, okay. Yeah, I imagine a lot of snow there. How many feet you guys got over there? Do you not know? This really is my go-to color, you know, for steelhead fishing. I'll use all the other colors because they work, but I really like this one because to me it kind of reminds me of a leech, you know, and I don't know, kind of reminds me of a leech because leeches are usually a dark color, and you know, to me I've heard of the expression egg sucking leech. So to me, you know, leech is dark color and then eggs are kind of an orangish, reddish color. And depends on your cure. Sometimes it can even be purple, but we all know that eggs normally aren't purple. They're either orange or yellow, kind of a reddish color. So, and I think that's why I like this color so much, is because to me, I think it's kind of represents what they're eating. And I'm not so sure that that's true, but to me, I think so, because I've heard that term of egg sucking leech. So. And the reason why I spit on that is when I cinch up that knot, it don't get weak. And so now let's see. I've had numerous bobber downs this year. I've landed 2 fish off of it. And I've missed a whole lot more bobber downs than that. I know some of them are hitting rocks and stuff, but a good majority of them have been fish as well. I just, for whatever reason, haven't been lucky enough to hook them all up. So, but nobody's a 100%, you know, success rate, I don't think, when fishing. So, I really should start advertising live streams better, because I think I could get better views if I would advertise it properly. But I'm not really a advertisement kind of guy, I guess, what it boils down to. See, it's supposed to be one of the warmer days of the week, but guides are still freezing up on me. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this content. I'm hoping to get a video from today's live stream that I can put out later, maybe. But I'm hoping tomorrow will produce some good fruits, and I'll be able to put out good videos for you guys from tomorrow, if indeed I do get to go to Prineville or Ochoco Reservoir. Because Ochoco I can actually live stream, because I've got good service there for live streaming, to where here not so much. I think after this cast, I'll try moving the camera or the phone and the tripod to a different location to see if I can't get a view of the river and me while I'm fishing, which would be cool for you guys, I think. You know, that way you can see what the bobber and everything's doing. When I'm what? When I wear your cameraman. One's at school and one's pregnant, so that's why I don't have a cameraman today. The pregnant one's she's getting real close to popping, so she's getting really close to having baby, and so instead of risking her falling down because of all the snow and stuff we got down here, she's just staying at home. If it was clear, she would definitely be out here. And then the other one's at school, because she's got school on during the week. So, okay, now that I've casted, yeah, as much, yeah. So, reel this in, and then I'll move the move everything and see if we can't get a view of me. See, it's cool to have the tripod now for this. Because then I can do different things. See here. How's that looking, fella, y'all? You can somewhat see. Yeah, okay. Man, the one day I have off, I'm sick. Well, maybe another day you'll get to come out and do some fishing. So now let's try that. See, let's try that out and see how that works. Because you can kind of see me and you can kind of see the river too, I think. So let's try that out. Can you see my bobber? I don't think you can, but we're trying. You know, this is just a somebody's trying to call us. It's probably a spam call. It's something about res bucks. They can always leave a message if it isn't a spam call, because I'd like to know who that res buck is, because you know they keep calling my phone, but I tried answering it one time and they didn't talk back, so I'm sure it's just a scammer. But yeah, I did kind of stick you guys in the bushes, but it just gives me a different angle, trying to get you guys to where you guys can see what I'm doing better. But I don't know how well that's going to work without a cameraman. So, thing about doing this jig and bobber thing is you got to watch it as soon as it hits the water, because a lot of times when you're stillhead fishing and you hit that water right, your bobber go right under as soon as it hits the water, and you don't know if that's a rock or what, but a lot of times it's a fish. And that's how I've caught a lot of stillhead over the years. As soon as it hits the water, the bobber goes under. So, yeah, I figured as much. And then them spam calls, they're just no fun. And then, yeah, I'm glad you know where I'm at. That means you've fished with me a couple times down here, huh? Yeah. Okay. Well. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and switch up rods for a minute and try throwing something else for a couple minutes here. Never hurts to switch it up a little bit. Only thing is with this other rod, with it freezing up and stuff, it could cause some issues. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the Curado DC, and I've got the spoon on the Stilly, and we'll go ahead and throw that out there a few times, and then maybe we'll throw the other stuff out as well. And then we could throw 3 or 4 different styles of lures right here if we wanted to. But right now we're going to go ahead and start out with the orange and copper Stille, y'all. So yeah, I'm always happy when people want to fish with me. I always appreciate the interest of people who watch the show. And I fished with quite a few people who actually watch the show. because, you know, to me, it helps me out to know that people are enjoying the content that we're putting out here. Um, so tomorrow, if I do go to Ochco or Prineville Reservoir, I'll be doing mostly fly fishing because that's what I do up in that area. I need to fly fish. I am fly fishing on the river, you know, but I just feel like I'm not. I don't know enough about it, and I catch plenty of fish on the river fly fishing, but I just feel like, a lot of the people I see fly fishing, they're more in depth on knowing what they're doing. So I don't put out as many fly fishing videos from the river as other people do. But I'm working on that, and I'm going to get to the point to where hopefully I'm putting out videos more regularly from the rivers fly fishing for you guys. Because to me, fly fishing is really an art. I mean, it's really. I see the way some of them guys cast. It's just like, wow, really? When am I going to get that good? But of course, they're specialized in, like, when they're casting like that. They're spey casting and stuff like that. So it gives them their line is specifically designed for that, to where I don't have a spey rod and all that other stuff. So cross your fingers. Hopefully we'll get to. Yes, it is a very good medicine. Yeah, that would be nice, because I'm always game to fish with other people, and especially when it comes to something I'm not the most familiar with, like fly fishing, and even though I'm pretty familiar with it in the reservoirs, and I do quite a bit of it on the river, I just don't put out that much content on the fly fishing. I got a pretty good snag there, which is part of a live stream. You guys don't get to see me edit out all the stuff that I don't want you guys to see. Now, I don't mind if you guys see me getting snagged up and stuff. It's just not something I put out a whole lot. I don't see a lot of people. Looks like I'm gonna have to break that one off. Yep, I broke it off. Oh well, I can re-rig up and put on something different. This time I think I'll put on a Panther Martin, because I absolutely love catching steelhead on a Panther Martin. I love catching a steelhead no matter what, but steelhead fishing is just, since I've been in Oregon since '97. Ever since I hooked that first steelhead, I've kind of been addicted to steelhead fishing, just because they fight, like, in my opinion, they fight. They're just such an acrobatic and more jumpy and all kind of different things, fish. So after I hooked my first one, and I found out that I really like hooking steelhead because of the way they fight. Now, there are fish you can spend hours and hours, days and weeks trying to catch and just not catching them, But with persistence, you'll learn how to catch more of them. And I've landed 6 of them this year. And, most of them been. All right, we'll see you later, man. Have a good day at school. And several of them were around that 20, 22-inch range. So not really the biggest. Well, most of them have been, in that 20 to 22-inch range. So it's not like I'm catching monsters. The one keeper I caught, the one hatchery, was 27 inches, which is nice. Might I suggest doing away with tribal hooks and using single? Yeah, on that stilly, I was using a single hook on it. I didn't have a treble hook on it. some of my hooks still have the treble, and that's just because I haven't gotten around to getting rid of all the trebles, because I am working on it. Um, um, and I do have single hooks in the car for that reason. Ouch! And I do have single hooks in here for getting rid of more. See, yeah. See, it's a single hook on my Stillies, because I like to get rid of the treble hooks too myself. The Panther Martins, I just haven't done it yet. I'm going to get rid of them. I haven't found the hook I like, the right size hook that I like for the Panther Martins yet, and that's why I haven't gotten rid of the ones on the Panther Martins yet. But I'm working on it, so I will get there soon. Because I agree with you, it's less damaging to the fish when you hook them on a single barbed or single hook. So yeah, definitely, I agree with you on that. Uh, I don't know if you got a recommendation on a size a single hook you recommend. I'm always glad to hear them. You know. And now we're fishing with a Panther Martin. This live streaming stuff is cool. It's different. You know, it's different than just going out and shooting a video and putting it out. You know. So this has been quite the extra journey, you know, doing the live streaming and stuff. Something growing up, I always thought about how I'd like to be fishing and putting out content like, you know, those back then. I think all you had were bass fishermen putting out content, you know, when I was growing up. And now, you know, with YouTube and some of the other outlets, we got fishermen putting out everything out there, from saltwater fishing to freshwater fishing, mud puddle fishing, you know. So that's cool, you know. And I'm glad that we have this outlet now for putting out content for people. It's just a good outlet for us who fish, you know. Oh, it's starting to rain now. Good thing my phone's waterproof, up to 3 feet. Anyways, so hopefully it won't ruin my phone. I know it won't ruin my GoPros, because they're waterproof up to 33 feet. All right, we got 3 likes, down to two watchers, which is cool, you know. Thank you guys, everybody, for tuning in, that has tuned in. Appreciate that. Well, I was told that we'd get some rain or some snow today. It looks like it's going to be the rain variety, because supposedly it's supposed to be above freezing, but I don't know if it's really above freezing or not, y'all. I'm still working on lures, you know, trying to catch fish on lures that I make. I'm thinking about maybe making a jerk bait, you know, just to test it out and get some solid wood, and maybe try making a jerk bait or something, or a plug, you know, like what you see me putting behind like a side planer or something, just to test it out. You never know. As fishermen, we're kind of that way. We like to try different things and try and make things that'll catch us more fish. Sorry I'm not catching any fish for you guys. It's kind of the way it is sometimes. Sometimes you catch them, sometimes you don't. You know? And I've been real lucky the last couple, well, you know, I don't know, I think 4 of the live streams I've caught fish on, which is really cool, you know. See, I'm going to let out some line so I can drift longer and maybe stay more on the bottom. on that one. Um, I don't have my side planer with me today, anyways, but it's in my other car because of the weather. I've been driving an Explorer, so I can get in and out of my driveway because it's pretty. It's a nightmare of a driveway when there's snow and ice and stuff on the road. Rapalas are my number one. Yeah, they're a really good bait. I agree with you. It worked good for bass, trout, steelhead, salmon, uh, walleye. Because growing up in Missouri, walleye fishing was pretty popular. You can even catch panfish on them, like crappies and walleye, or crappies and bluegills is what I meant to say was bluegill. I don't know why I said walleyes because I had already said it, but yeah. I see a lot of YouTubers putting out walleye videos for catching cooks. I'm not like the biggest fan of walleyes, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, they're like the greatest," and then they like to drown them in Frank's red hot sauce or whatever they call that, and then they batter them up and then they throw them in the fryer. Which I guess if you can eat hot stuff, that's probably a pretty good way to eat them. I have what they call acid reflux, so all that spicy stuff kind of really tears me up, something terrible. So I'm not too hot on eating all that hot stuff, you know. See, right now I'm just letting out some line to stay on the bottom and get a longer drift. But heck yeah, it'll be nice to fish with more people that have watched the YouTube channel. And so, yeah, always look forward to that. Um, I'm hoping to get a steelhead, another keeper steelhead, so I can do a catch and cook with it. Because, well, there's nothing better than a nice fat fillet of steelhead on a hoagie roll or hoagie bread with some guacamole, homemade guacamole, and mayo and cheese, or not cheese, but tomatoes and lettuce and onions. Make it a really, really fine sandwich. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, if you want a really good sandwich, throw that steelhead on a flame, a barbecuer, or over just a campfire, and cook that over like that. Oh, I'm telling you, that smoke that gets on that fish, and the seasonings, the salt and pepper you put on there, mixed with the guacamole and everything. Oh, you just can't get much better than that. I'm telling you, y'all. You just can't get much better than that. Although there's a lot of people who might disagree with me and say, "Oh, you gotta smoke it," you know, because a lot of people like smoked fish. I disagree. I'm not really much of a what they call a smoke cooked. And that's when they take and they smoke it for a long time and they cook it. You know, to me, it kind of makes it taste. I don't know what to call it, but I've had several different types of smoked fish. I'm just not the biggest fan of smoked fish. So, you know, I will eat it, but I prefer mine not like cooked like that over a long period of time. I like it fried, cooked over an open flame, stuff like that. Um, Not waiting 12 hours, 15 hours before I get to eat it. But that's just my preference, you know. Well, the golden black's not hooking up any. It's okay though. We'll go ahead and put on something different because if we're not hooking up, we may end up going downriver, walking downriver with you guys. I don't know. We got all day, and hopefully we're gonna hook up a fish. But I won't be live all day. I'll just be live for, I don't know, for a while. Let's just put it that way. The thing about that golden black is it's been hot for everything under the it's been a hot color this year. The golden black, Panther Martin. It's caught in whitefish and trout. And I haven't hooked a steelhead yet this year on him, but I mean, I've hooked a lot of fish on it this year. It's just been one of those clutch baits so far this year. Even though the year's almost over with. Of course, golden blacks usually clutch anyways. We're gonna go ahead and go with I'll tell you another one that's been pretty clutch. Is these come on, Thompson something or other. These Thompsons have been pretty clutch too. I've since haven't been throwing them as much, but I mean that's been pretty clutch lure for me this year. Caught a lot of fish on that one too. But it's a Thompson spoon, and they work pretty good fishing. So now I'm gonna switch to the silver and yellow, which is another pretty good color of the Panther Martin for fishing for, you know, steelhead or trout or any fish, you know, really. All right, we're fishing, and then we might go ahead and put on that Thompson and try that out a few times too. See, all I'm carrying with me right now is this little box full of stuff. With all this stuff that I use pretty regularly is what it boils down to. I'm trying not to lose my camera or my hey, that might be a better look for you guys. Trying not to lose my tripod and my phone here. Trying to keep it up here to where you guys can see what I'm doing. I've tried to live stream from my GoPros, but for some reason I can't get it to happen. So I know there's got to be a way to do it. I just don't know. Are you guys bored yet? I'm not. I'm just want to make sure I'm not boring you guys too much. A few more casts with this, and then we'll throw something else out there, huh? Starting to rain pretty good out here too, which might clear up some of the ice and snow. I don't know. It's supposed to snow tomorrow, so even if it don't snow today, it's saying it's supposed to snow tomorrow. So so that Chinook I caught on the twitching jig was the first time I'd ever caught a fish on a twitching jig. Don't get me wrong, my jigs I put underneath the float, I'll twitch them too, and I've caught fish doing that. But not like, that's the first time off of something that monstrosity of a size that I actually caught a fish on. To me, they don't really represent anything that they're eating in here. So it's just got to be because it's loud that that they'll even eat them, you know. So hopefully it don't freeze up too much. Yeah, there's another snag. That's one of the things about fishing, though. If you're gonna get snagged up and you're gonna lose gear and stuff like that. Years ago, I fished with the guy. I gave him like $300 worth of gear because he was complaining that he was losing all of his stuff fishing for steelhead. So I thought, well, no biggie. I had extra money and stuff and could afford it. So at that time, I can't do that stuff anymore. But so I gave him like $300 worth of gear and he just got he just kept getting mad because he was losing gear fishing for steelhead. So I guess giving gear to people don't always fix the problem, I guess. You know, you want them to come out and have a good time, and then they're not having a good time because all they're doing is losing gear. And that's one thing I like about switching to a from having a treble hook to going to a single hook. You seem to get hung up less, which makes it that much nicer fishing. You know. Hopefully, if we do go out to Ochoco or Prineville tomorrow, we'll have a good day of catching some trout, maybe even some winter bass. I don't know if we will get any winter bass. That'd be something cool. Usually after September, I just quit fishing for bass altogether because I'm focused more on steelhead and trout. Just because they're more active in the cold weather. So that's why I stopped focusing on the bass. Like the earliest in the year I've caught in bass in Oregon is February. One time I just was itching to go fishing and needed to get out and go, and so I decided to go hit up a spot where the creek runs into the reservoir, and it was probably about 3.5 feet deep there, and there's this big boulder. And I walked down and I look, and there's this 4-pound smallmouth sitting there. This was before I was a YouTuber. 4-pound smallmouth sitting there, and I seen him sitting there, so I put on a bobber and a night crawler, and I threw it out there and drifted it in front of him. Threw it out there, drifted it in front of him. Threw it out there and drifted it in front of him, and then finally, all I seen was his mouth open up and suck in a worm, and it was on when I caught that smallmouth. Thing is he never bounced the bobber or anything until after I set the hook. So I wasn't real sure if I was going to hook him or not, but I seen his mouth open up, so I assumed he swallowed the worm, you know. And sure enough, nice 4-pound smallmouth in February. And then what was it, 2 years ago, out of Prineville Reservoir, I was fishing. I was determined to catch an early bass that year, and so I was throwing plastic worms, throwing all the slow moving baits I could. And being from Missouri, I know that when it's cold out, you gotta fish nice and slow, right? So I decided to go out to Prineville, and I went out towards Jasper Point and threw out there and threw out a drop shot with a drop shot minnow from Berkeley, and out here. Threw it out there and hit 2 smallmouth right in the mouth that day on a drop shot. I fished that whole day and only caught the 2 fish. But I was so determined, and I think that was in March because I tried February. I fished all of February fishing for a bass, and just couldn't get one to bite. And then finally I was like, I'll have to slow it down. And so that's what I did, was I slowed it way down. And basically what I was doing was throwing it out there and setting a drop shot weight in one spot and bouncing the gulp minnow, or not the gulp minnow, but the drop shot minnow there. And finally, when I stopped moving it and just let it sit there for a second, the bass decided to eat it. I also seen somebody in a boat that day catch a really, really nice bass out there at Prineville Reservoir. And they were throwing crankbaits. That was a messed up cast. I don't know know why I messed that one up, but I did. I may have to quit recording with as much wind as out here. Um, I don't need it to blow my camera over or my phone, my tripod over. I'm gonna have to throw this out there a little bit further and get rid of some of this mess in the line here. See, I got that mess in my line. Oh, what up, bro? Good to see ya. What are you doing these days for work? I heard you weren't working at the store no more. Oh, he's already gone? Oh well, life goes on. I did have two, and all of a sudden, whoop, gone. Now I've switched to this because at least maybe I'll catch a whitefish while I'm fishing for steelhead. The one I caught on Monday, I caught on this setup here. Y'all, nice chill day, a little rain. Heck yeah, I'm having a good day. I'm enjoying life. Hopefully you guys are too. Right, well, I guess we're gonna land up ending this live stream, I guess. Not a whole lot of interest in it, but it's during the week, you know, people are probably at work and stuff. So there's gonna be less interest in it anyways, just because everybody's at work and I'm doing it during the week. So hopefully tomorrow everything's gonna work out. We're gonna go Prineville or Ocho and see, if we go to Ocho we can live stream, but if we go to Prineville we won't be able to live stream. So maybe one or two more casts. We'll give it till we've been on air for 50 minutes. Maybe we'll get a fish by then. Maybe we won't. I don't know. Right now I'm just throwing it out there with the slinky and a couple of flies and drifting it. And then the rest of the day we're just gonna fish hard and fish a lot of river and hopefully hook up with some fish for you guys for a video for maybe Monday. Because Saturday we'll go live on Saturday. Nice. I'm glad you like the content and like to listen to me while you're driving down the road. That's right on. I appreciate that, man. Being a fellow truck driver, I don't drive the same type of truck, but I still drive a truck, you know. I drive a Peterbilt just like you do, just mine's a little bit different style. So I was hoping we get a steelhead, but you know, it's like I always say, steelhead, you can spend hours, days, you know, weeks fishing for them and just never get hooked up until finally one day it's just like bam, there, and you got one. So I will spend every last dime I have catching these fish and trying to put out content for you guys. I know my wife probably don't like me saying that, but fishing is something that I do, you know. She loves the fact that I fish, but sometimes I think she thinks that I spend too much time fishing sometimes. But, you know, right now, you know, I am trying to get to the point to where I'm, you know, making money off of YouTube at this point in time. I never thought I'd get to that point to where I felt like, you know, I could maybe make some money off of YouTube. But even if I never do, I'm still going to be putting out content and stuff like that because I'm fishing anyways and I love to fish. And I want you guys to love to fish too, and I want you guys to get to fish and learn how to fish as well. So I think this is the last cast on the live stream, and then we're just gonna fish like crazy the rest of the day, and hopefully catch a fish and make a video for you guys for Monday, because Saturday we'll do live streaming again. If we go to Ochoco Reservoir, we'll live stream again tomorrow for you guys. Oh, we got another watcher, so we might stay on here another 10 minutes because we got another watcher. Is that okay with you guys? Give me a thumbs up or say hi, or let me know if you guys want me to stay on here. Oh, back off again. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's kind of the way it goes, right? Especially when you're not catching any fish. You know, I see some of these live streamers, you know, they go out there and they, you know, they're just catching fish after fish after fish. And it's like, yeah, you can do that, but you're not going to do that 100% of the time, you know? So, you know, it's like, okay, maybe just pick the right day to go out and live stream. I don't know. So I've been out here probably about 3 minutes longer than what I've been live streaming. Because when I pulled up, I had to get everything out of the car and then walk down here, get set up for the live stream and stuff like that. So hopefully Saturday we'll have good numbers live streaming. I'm hoping we're going to catch more fish, more of this desired species, you know, because Oregon, you know, Oregonians, they like salmon and they like trout and they like steelhead. So maybe we'll catch more of those fish on Saturday. You know, we're really fighting the wind here. It stopped raining for the moment, but we're still fighting the wind on here. I know I keep saying I'm going to get off here and just fish, but you know what? As long as I've got interest, you know, I'm half tempted to stay on here. I'm hoping one of these days I'll just have a great day of live streaming of views, you know. You know, I think the most we've had on at one time is 13 while we're live streaming. My goal before the end of the year is to have at least 20, 25 while I'm live streaming, which would be awesome. Because that would be like the best I've ever done live streaming. So can't believe I can't even get a nasty. Well, not a nasty because they're not nasty. Can't believe I can't get a whitefish to even bite. While I'm live streaming, while I'm fishing for steelhead. So I don't know. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this live stream edition of G-Man Fishing. And hopefully we'll have better days than what we've had so far today live streaming. And hopefully we'll catch many, many, many more fish for you guys. So after this cast is done drifting through, I'm going to call it a day for the live stream and just record the rest of the day for you guys. And hopefully you guys will join us for our live stream on Saturday. Good solid drift. Just don't know where to fish off. See, you know, I'm notorious. I usually have 3 rods with me at all times. That way I can throw 3 different things and I'm not constantly swapping out on one rig. That way I've got my casting, which is my bait caster, my Curado DC. I've got 2 spinning rods, one with the float and a jig. Normally, I like to do a jig fishing on a slip bobber on my other Corrado, but this year for whatever reason, I've favored the spinning rod. I don't know why, but I have. So, y'all, thanks for joining us again, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. This is G-Man out. Now, how do I? I think that's how you end it.